Good morning, Slop Nation, and welcome to Slop Chop. This is a new podcast hosted by myself, Harvey Mulvihill. It is about the happenings of the internet, and it is your one-stop shop for Slop. Welcome back, everyone. I'm actually recording this in the morning. It is a morning episode for Good Morning, Slop Choppers. Typically, I'm recording this in the evening and posting it in the morning. But today it's a morning and I'm posting it in the morning. Okay. That was certainly a Super Bowl that we watched. Did everyone enjoy the Super Bowl? Super Bowls, continue. It is still, it is the last bastion of the the old world where people still gather around a television set. Remember those? There's been a recent explosion in immersive entertainment and people like going to places to do things. Movie theaters are dying, but there's like the Dave & Buster's of the world are doing very well, and there's like new versions of that opening all the time. People are hungry and starved for socialization and getting into doing things with their friends, and the Super Bowl is the one thing that's remained steadfast in this media landscape that we find ourselves in. Pretty fascinating, if you ask me. If you ask me, I think it's interesting. It's the biggest stage on the planet. It's the biggest stage on the planet, and people are still gathering by the dozens to go to a Super Bowl party. It's a thing that we do. It's a thing that Americans do, and the ratings are actually impossible to calculate because you're very few screens. They count the number of screens, and it's like 160 million or some shit. And then but each one of those screens has 5 to 10 people watching typically. So I mean, I can't. What do you think the average for a number of people watching a screen is on the Super Bowl? It's got to be like, I mean, there's probably plenty of solo dolo loners out there, but the average has to be like, I don't know, 4, 3.5, 4 people. So 4 times 160 million, like it's a fucking ton of people, right? So it is the biggest stage on the planet Earth. I mean, maybe the World Cup, you could argue, is actually, it's not arguable. It does get more eyeballs, but something about this feels like a bigger deal. Mostly, I think, because it's not soccer. Oh, it's not soccer, And I'm a big fan of things that aren't soccer. I don't care about football hardly at all, but it is a thing that people do, so therefore I did it. So I went to 2 Super Bowl parties. I left right before halftime and managed to squeeze into most of that Bad Bunny performance in the second party that I emerged into. I enjoyed the performance, man. Bad Bunny killed it, I thought. Basically, the only real controversy that I saw was that, like, he's brown and he's Puerto Rican, and you should be watching the Kid Rock fucking Turning Point halftime show instead. But that's kind of like, it's more of a meme than anything. Did anyone actually do that shit? I don't think anyone actually did that shit. Or maybe you had 1 million people watching that because there was so much media hype for it. Probably including but not limited to the president of the United States was watching that one instead of the Bad Bunny one. Maybe. But I did not turn on the Kid Rock thing even for the meme. It's fascinating that they actually saw a clip of the Kid Rock halftime show, and they filled a freaking, it's not a stadium, but they filled a theater at least full of people, which means like all those people weren't watching the Super Bowl. Or maybe they had the Super Bowl on at the venue, and then like, all right, everybody, now instead of the world famous brown artist, we have the washed up, corny ass white artist. I remember him blowing up the Bud Light cans because of that whole controversy. Fun stuff. Isn't it just a joy to be alive in this political landscape? Just a joy. Yeah, man. By the way, I'm on my CaseOh shit today. I'm rocking a hoodie with the headphones over the hoodie. When I've lost a little bit of weight recently. Thank you for noticing. Lost a little bit of weight, but like when I was fatter, I would post things online, and 100% of the comments would be CaseOh, just CaseOh. CaseOh, great streamer, and like literally today is the first time that I ever put together that like his name sounds exactly like the like the melted cheese that you dip chips into. CaseOh. Was that an intentional thing, you think? Probably, right? Also, is it like playing into that he's fat? Is he doing a little wink at the camera? I have no idea. To be totally honest, I'm not even 100% sure I'm pronouncing his name right. It might be like CaseOh or something, but I think it's CaseOh. But he's awesome. He's hilarious. Love that dude. He did like this. I forgot who interviewed him, but they asked how he blew up, and he gave like a very succinct answer, smart, well thought out answer that if you want to blow up as a streamer, this is what you do. And I, by the way, I do not want to blow up as a streamer. I have no interest in streaming. But he was like, well, what I was doing is streaming 6 to 8 hours a day for no people. I was streaming like the entire day for 13 viewers on Twitch. And then I was like, wait a minute. How about instead of that, I'll stream for 2 to 4 hours a day, like half that time, and spend the other 4 hours chopping up clips. So he did that, and also the other genius stroke was that he was like, if I co-stream onto TikTok live and Twitch at the same moment, he's like, TikTok feeds your stream to thousands of people an hour, and Twitch simply does not. So like even if these people are looking for a second and scrolling right past, that's still a second that they're seeing my stream, which is much more time. It's a second longer than they would be otherwise. So he's like, co-stream on TikTok always, and just be as entertaining as possible for a short amount of time, and then spend the other amount of time that you would be streaming chopping up clips. Yep. That sounds about right. So I could probably learn a thing or two from this motherfucker. More so than just wearing the hoodie and wearing the headphones on top of the hoodie. By the way, now that I've lost a little bit of weight, the only comments that I get now are like pushing 40 with braces, which is true. I mean, it's not true that I'm pushing 40, but it is true that I'm old as fuck and that I have braces in my mouth. But sometimes you just gotta accept. You gotta live and accept and learn. And I just had a coworker who got braces as an adult just yesterday, and I saw her doing the thing of she came in and she's like trying to smile and like cover her teeth with her lips. I was like, dude, there's only one wrong answer. And you're doing the one thing that I would not recommend doing, which is like trying to pretend that you don't have braces. Everyone knows you have braces. Just embrace it, right? Like you got braces, bro. Everyone knows. Just fucking smile wide. Fuck it, dude. It is what it is, man. You are fixing your teeth. Like there's many people. You should be, instead of embarrassed by this stuff in your mouth, grateful for it, because many can't afford this treatment. Like most people in the world probably don't have access to this level of orthodontal care. And you're gonna have really cool teeth. You're gonna have awesome straight teeth in a couple of years, man. You're gonna look back. By the way, this whole time, even if you have braces on, because children teeth move so fast. Adult teeth take forever to move. But even if you have adult braces for like 5 years, which is looking like my tenure, by the way, it's looking like about 5 years. I've had them for right after COVID. That's when I got them. But anyway, even if you have them for that long, it's still just a blip, brother. It's still just a blip. Like you're gonna be 40. You're gonna be pushing 40 with braces. But when you're pushing 50 without braces, you're gonna look back and be like, oh yeah, that was like, I remember I had braces as an adult. That was crazy. Unfortunately, my braces situation will be immortalized forever in this podcast that I'm doing, and so you'll always be able to go back and see my the metal in my mouth. But that's fine, you know. Growth comes with its hiccups and its speed bumps and its crooked ass teeth. There's another thing I'd like to discuss with you sloppers on a similar note. I'm getting jaw surgery in about a month or like a month and a half. And I really don't know what I'm going to do with the podcast during the surgery, because I'm out for 3 weeks. I think the move is I'm just gonna have to like bank some episodes. But then how do we keep those interesting? I think probably the move. Here's what I'm considering, sloppers. I was gonna do this today, and I still might touch on it today, but I want to do like a deep dive into a piece of media that I love, a piece of slop that I enjoy. I was thinking for our first one of these, this could be a perfect episode to bank, because it is not reliant on the week's slop. It is a standalone situation, and it will also allow me to continue my streak of posting every single week without failure, without missing one, which is the most important thing to me at this time in my life, is to not miss an upload date. I demand it of myself. So I think I'm going to deep dive. I think the first piece of media that I'm going to dive into is my all-time favorite YouTube channel, Red Letter Media. I want to do a deep dive, and I want it being my favorite YouTube channel of all time. They mean so much to me. These Milwaukee gentlemen. I want to like put some work into it and like figure out, find their history, figure out when exactly they blew up, get a timeline going, and then, all their different shows, dive into why I love them so much. And I should be able to edit while I am held up in surgery, so that shouldn't be much of a problem. The problem would be talking. I'm really talking like this. Maybe I should just do it through Kanye West Through the Wire pod. That'd be kind of cool. Hello, Slop Nation. Welcome to Slop Talk. This is a new podcast hosted by myself. Probably be a nightmare to listen to, but it could be fun for the bit. Kanye would be another good deep dive. But yeah, I think first it's going to be Red Letter Media. My beloved. Never miss an episode. Never miss an upload. I've watched pretty damn near every one of their videos. I watch, again, there's certain half in the bags that I watch every 4 to 6 months. They're my comfort food. I throw them on. They're so good, so funny, so insightful. It's really a beautiful thing, and I love them so much. So it could be cool to go into. But that's all for the future, sloppers. We're gonna figure that out in real time. Once I get my surgery date scheduled, I'll have to plan the podcast around it, and maybe we'll have a guest host. I have no idea. So much could happen. But I am committed to not missing a release date. Podcast doesn't have to be good. It just has to come out. It just has to exist at this point. Eventually, I am trying to make it good. Don't get me wrong. This is me trying to make it good. But the eventually we could focus more on, well, fuck you. I don't know what I'm trying to get at here. I think just consistency is very important to me. That's all. That's what it boils down to is consistency. The practice of it and the discipline. The discipline of getting a podcast out every single week for the rest of my godforsaken life. No, just for now, right? For now. Getting a podcast out every week for now. So let's talk about the Super Bowl slops. I genuinely very much enjoyed the Bad Bunny performance. I thought the color palette was freaking stunning. I'm not a huge fan. By the way, what a cunty thing to come out the gate with, Harvey. I'm not a huge fan of this music. I hate it when people do that. I apologize for doing that. Ignore that part. What I mean to say is, I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. And it makes me want to deep dive into this man's catalog more. My brother is a massive fan. And dude, I'm the dude is very talented. He's got a vision. Again, I love the themes, the vibes, the colors. I thought it was just really cool. All the camera work. It's well choreographed. It's interesting the whole time. I was blown away, man. Did the fans love it? Did you Bad Bunny stans out there? Are any of the sloppers Bad Bunny fans? Stans, fanatics. Did you guys get a kick out of it? I think I said this maybe last week, but I asked my brother, who is the biggest fan of this man, before the big game happened. The big game. Let's talk about that real quick, and then I'll come back to what my brother said. This foolishness is what my brother said. So who has the rights to the Super Bowl? Is it NBC, or are they their own? Are they their own thing? I have no idea who has the rights to the Super Bowl. It's just the NFL. Okay. And they do a broadcasting partnership. Okay. So the NFL is so hypersensitive with their IP. Would you call this IP? With their, I guess it is an IP. It's bizarre to think of it that way. They don't let people say the Super Bowl in most of their promotional material. They don't let them use the word. They just let they have to say the big game, which is fucking so weird. Why? What's the difference? Who cares? I think maybe the worry is like, all right, if Pringles advertises a thing saying like, hey, you should eat a lot of Pringles for the Super Bowl, but then they hire, I don't know, a pedophile. They hire Jared Fogle. They hire like Bill Clinton. They hire Bill Clinton as the spokesperson. And then suddenly Bill Clinton is attached to Pringles and Pringles is attached to Super Bowl, and therefore Super Bowl equals Epstein files, right? That's the thinking, I guess. But isn't the Super Bowl, again, the biggest, most gigantic fucking thing on Earth? Aren't people smart? No. No, they're not. People are not smart enough. I don't know. I think it's silly to be this hypersensitive with your copyright. It is actually counter to how you grow a thing. It doesn't need to be grown. It's a Super Bowl. Fair enough. So then you're trying to protect it, alternatively to grow it. Okay, fair enough. But then you have like the same mentality or the same what the fuck is the goddamn motherfucking word? But then you have the same mindset or the same mentality with the Olympics, which is also happening now. The cold Olympics, the chilly, it's the cold one. Which, I gotta hand it to you, Olympics. I have to hand it to the Olympics. that they're generating more buzz online than I anticipated. I didn't think anyone gave a fuck about the Winter Olympics, but I'm seeing a lot of stuff about it. But not as much stuff as I would be seeing if they were not, NBC, hyper sensitive about their copyright and completely not allowing anyone to post any clips of the Olympics online. Like, they'll take your shit down immediately. They will copyright claim your ass in a heartbeat, and with a cease and desist letter that says go stream it on Peacock, you fuck. Which is so weird to me, dude. Do you not know how the internet works, brother? Like, the Olympics is not the Super Bowl. The Olympics could use some growth, could use some new eyeballs. And also, dude, the Super Bowl could... I've heard there's like a crisis amongst the current NFL regime where they're noticing that their core audience is aging rapidly, and that the new children of the world don't really give a fuck. Like, the percentage of kids that are into football these days, this generation, Gen Z, is way lower than it was for millennials, right? And they're not entirely sure why. They're trying to pivot. They're trying to change their strategy. They're trying to have kids grow up with football because that's how, obviously, the thing continues. Disney is experiencing a similar issue where kids are not really growing up with Disney these days. So maybe both of these gigantic institutions will crumble in our lifetime. I could totally see it happening, especially with Disney. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so speaking of, but anyway, yeah, fucking loosen the grip on your copyright, brother, because it'll help the thing grow. It's like if you make your movie unaccessible, people are gonna pirate it. It's kind of a similar mindset. But if you make it accessible for, I don't know, a reasonable price, most people are just gonna buy it or stream it. You'll still have, you can never eliminate piracy completely, but most people are just there for the ease of access. So I'm not sure if those two things exactly align, but yeah, dude, I don't know, make your shit accessible. That's what I'm getting at. I think both the Olympics and the NFL could learn a lesson or two about that. Or alternatively, perhaps the NFL needs to hijack hostile takeover of the r/Superbowl subreddit. And maybe pathetic Reddit nerds is really the audience that they are lacking. You want embarrassing, friendless versions on your roster of fans, and we don't have that market. We only have people who fuck. We need Redditors. So let's hostile takeover again. Let's fire the mods, put in our own people, and regain control of the r/Superbowl subreddit. And ban everyone who mentions an owl. Immediately permaban everyone who even if you typo, even if you accidentally put a space in your actual Super Bowl in your Super Bowl post, if you accidentally put a space there, ban, permaban. This is not absolutely not a slap on the wrist situation. Get them out of there forever. This is football only. Yeah, man. What was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, dude. So I was talking to my brother who loves Bad Bunny. Is obsessed with Bad Bunny. He's been his like most streamed artist on Spotify 8 years in a row or some shit. I was like, dude, aren't you stoked? This is, your boy is playing the Super Bowl. That's crazy. And he was like, eh. That is, what a wild response to me. I mean, like, even if you don't care about watching the thing, it's still your guy playing the world's biggest stage. There is not a bigger stage. Doesn't exist. And like for entertainment, it is the thing. It's the pinnacle. I was really stoked for fucking Kendrick Lamar last year. Kendrick's my guy. I was like, God damn, Kendrick is gonna play the Super Bowl halftime show. That's really cool. What a wild, reflective moment. You look back at his career, where he started, TDE, fucking Section 80, the other one, Overcomplicated or whatever that the previous shitty one is. What a rise, what a growth, what an artist, incredible. The Drake era. Now he's at the Super Bowl. He's going to call Drake a pedophile on the world's biggest stage. Incredible. And there's apparently no similar feelings felt for my own brethren about his man. So, not a real fan. That's all I'm saying. Not a real fan. Fake fan. Bullshit pretender. Who should be... Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say executed, but I think that's a little harsh. How crazy is it, by the way, that the Super Bowl did a black guy and then a brown guy back to back? Black guy, brown guy. I think it's just they are appealing or they're pandering to a whole different demographic, and that millennials are the new boomers. Because when I was growing up, you were appealing to boomers, and boomers are on the way out. The money havers, the money spenders of the world are millennials. So you have to appeal to us. You have to start doing artists that we care about. When is the LMFAO reunion halftime show? When is that happening? Sorry for body rocket. That's definitely happening, right? Fucking Migos. Migos with like a Ty Dolla Sign feature. Yep. I don't know. It's just going to be rappers and like, I think it's just going to be rappers for the next 10 years. You could always go like Sabrina Carpenter. Is Taylor Swift too big for the Super Bowl? Whoa. Whoa, dude. I think legit T Swift, it would be like a step down to do the Super Bowl. That's fascinating. She's the only artist on the planet that can claim that. Everyone else would jump at the chance. She would be like, maybe 5 years ago. I don't know. It seems like redundant. That's wild, bro. That's fucking wild. Shouts out to T Swift. My God. I don't know who else it would be. Charlie XCX doing like she would have a stage, like a giant comical nose with a giant straw and a huge line of powder, right? Set decoration, and it would move and the powder would get sucked up, and then she'd get sucked up with it, and she'd pop out on the other side in a new outfit. Sheesh, hire me, bro. I got ideas, bro. Shit, bro. It is fascinating though that you have to appeal to us now. We are the generation. Like we just grew up into it. And it's also fascinating that it will again happen with Gen Z in about 10 years. So what are they getting? Playboy Cardi. They're getting Playboy Cardi. It's going to take quite some time. No, because Cardi's popping now. And Kendrick's a little, I don't know. Kendrick's like, he's like, whatever, king shit era. Bad Bunny's popping now. Who else have we had recently? All right, Bad Bunny, Kendrick. Oh, that's right. Ursh, baby. So that's kind of more what I was talking about, is the nostalgia hire. Usher, baby. Usher is absolutely not popping at all. He is simply just, he was huge back when we were in high school, and that's the guy you get. So you go one of two ways, I guess, with the halftime show. You hire someone who used to be popular, who we all have fond memories of, or you hire someone who's popping the fuck off right meow. Arsha, baby. I don't remember that halftime show at all. Do you? It's 3 years ago. Rihanna was before that? Holy shit. I don't remember Rihanna's at all. God damn. Of course, Dr. Dre before that. So that was a big... I think Dr. Dre in 2022 might have been the first, like... That was the first, like, we're dipping our toe into rap. We're going to have Dr. Dre do the halftime show. Definitely a legacy nostalgia hire, but a hip-hop, hip-hop royalty. And Kendrick was on stage. Remember? It was Dre, Eminem, I think, and Kendrick was a third, like, co-headliner. Yeah, that was a banger. That was a good show, man. The weekend before that. All right, so the weekend might have been the first black guy they hired. Yep, the weekend, first ever black man hired. First ever black man hired was in 2021. The weekend. That was a fucking dude. That show spawned a ton of memes. Him like looking through the hallway or whatever. Yeah, so then I guess you can call the weekend the first kind of they're showing their cards or whatever. They're playing the hand. They're playing the millennial hand. What's the metaphor that I'm looking for, sloppers? What is it? Tell me. Why don't you ever fucking tell me nothing, goddammit? I sit here and I yap and I wait for a response from you slops, and I hardly ever get one. Very frustrating. Anywho, all right, so that's the Super Bowl halftime show. It is a fascinating cultural development milestone situation. Hundreds of millions of people are watching this thing. The world's biggest stage. Who will be next? Who's next year? Who is next year? Predictions. All right. You could go again one of two ways. You go nostalgia or you go current. Nostalgia. Who else do we have? Fuck. I think they're gonna go white guy because two Browns in a row is raising eyebrows. This is how you get Kid Rock. All right, you do 2 Browns in a row. 3 Browns in a row. Holy shit, Usher was before that. Usher, baby. Rihanna. Oh my God, it's been nothing but Browns. Everyone post-COVID has been brown. The country's going to hell in a handbasket. All right, yeah. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just the new MO. Maybe you just hire. Yeah, it doesn't. Maybe they're just past. They're past caring about that. No, here's what it is. They're past pandering. They are not pandering to boomers anymore. Which is what I thought, that's a conclusion I came to earlier, but I kind of forgot that I came to that point. They're not going to have Sting or Slash come out for a fucking in the middle of someone else's set so that boomers fucking point at the screen. Oh, I know that guy. Yeah, they're just not doing that anymore. They're not pandering, man. So we're in a new era, I suppose. A new era. Let's discuss the other. By the way, the game itself was boring as fuck. I've heard people or football enjoyers. So my experience this year was the first Super Bowl party that I went to was full of football enjoyers, legit, real fans. And the second one I went to was full of gays and fake fans, like myself, who's just there for the cultural sort of experience. And we don't give a fuck about football. We're there because we watch one football game a year. And in the first one, the first half of the game as well, there's a lot of people talking about how impressive the defense was on both teams. And that, like, when there was, like, girls in the room complaining about it being a boring game. And then a couple of guys were like, bro, you don't like watching good defense? I was like, no, I don't. You're right. It's boring. I want to see touchdowns. Touchdowns makes the crowd cheer, and therefore I cheer. That's what I do. That's my personal take on the thing. Boring ass game, but there was no shortage of very expensive Super Bowl advertisements. And let's dive into a little bit of those, shall we? Shall we? Shall we? Holy shit. All right, so this is just the 30 best Super Bowl commercials of 2026. According to Esquire magazine. Are they still a magazine if I'm reading them online? Yeah, I suppose so. First one, Sabrina Carpenter, Pringles ad.
I'm so tired of boys. I need a man. Pringle Leo.
Guarda che luna, guarda che mare, da questa notte senza te dovrò restare. Ed amore, per morire, mentre la luna di lassù mi sta a guardare, sa soltanto. Guarda che mare, che luna.
Once you pop, the pop don't stop.
That's pretty good. Pretty fun, I guess. Kind of semi-memorable. You got your one celebrity. Atrioc made a great point about this, which is like, for a couple of years there, they would do a totally... they would just fill the advertisement with 15 celebrities. And then it becomes totally forgettable and not memorable at all. Ironically. Or counterintuitively. Right? And if you have one celebrity, suddenly it's much more memorable. Oh, that's the Sabrina Carpenter Pringles ad. People kind of remember that. But if you have the Ford, or probably more accurately this year, the AI chip ad, the NVIDIA buy our stock ad, and you have because you're NVIDIA, you have all the world's riches. So you hire 7 celebrities and you hit every genre. You go sports, you go entertainment, you go political. You don't go political, obviously. It divides the room. You go sports and you go entertainment. Those are the 2 things that you hit. But anyway, you get 3 celebrities of each class, and you pay them all $1 million or whatever for a day's work. It's not $1 million, probably less than that. But yeah, it's that like celebrity slop fest, boring ass advertising structure is nothing. It's just nothing. Whereas this is memorable. But here's what happened to me, slops. When this ad was on, I was in the gays room. It's my second party. And it was not full of gays. There was just many gays in the room. But I said, Sabrina Carpenter was on the screen. And I go, is she hot? Straights, discuss. And One of my friends started laughing immediately, and then the other one was like, "What? Of course she is. Of course she is." And then a third one was like, "No." And then immediately just fucking like a shouting match over the television. And the first friend who started laughing was just kept laughing and was like, "You just dropped a grenade on this on this Super Bowl party. Well played." I've heard such conflicting things about this woman. I got no dog in the fight, obviously. She's like pretty, you know, but she looks like a Barbie doll. I don't see her be like, I don't see hot. I see like porcelain doll. That's the vibe of Sabrina Carpenter. You know? Do you want to fuck a porcelain doll? Oh, many of you do. Many of you do. Okay, fair enough. But yeah, it's not my thing. I don't know, what would be the dude equivalent of this? Oh yeah. No, it's that comedian, Matt Rife. It's Matt Rife. She's the Matt Rife of women. Where people think Matt Rife is hot. I'm like, bro, absolutely not. Literally does nothing for me. Oof. Actually, it's kind of Uncanny Valley creepy. That's closer to the vibe. She's the Matt Rife of women. You heard it here first, folks. I don't know. But anyway, a pretty creative little ad. Cute enough. I'm surprised they didn't make the Pringles guy move. He's just stationary. It's kind of fun. They paid for a minute, which means like, I don't know how I don't know. It's expensive. All right, here's our nostalgia slop. Backstreet Boys changing the lyrics of their most famous song. They look old. They did this ad because they need money. It's a tough look. I hate this stuff. The Backstreet Boys. Oh yeah, Machine Gun Kelly comes in and catches a stray for no reason. That's kind of funny, I guess. But mostly this is gross. Disgusting. I guess memorable though, but gross.
Love this.
YouTube TV is amazing. Why would you settle for anything less?
Why would anybody settle for just meh? Can you imagine ordering off a meh menu?
It's all just a bit meh.
That's very kind of you. Meh is what I strive for.
Or meh, just shit.
Do you want to see some magic?
Or figure skating.
And to finish, the double clutch.
She sticks it.
And it's Mez across the board from the judges.
What if McCaffrey was meh? Get it? Meh, McCaffrey? Meh, McCaffrey.
I get it. What if your beard was just meh?
Too far.
Don't settle for meh. With more flexibility than ever, see why YouTube TV has been rated the #1 live TV service 3 years in a row. Try it free and cancel anytime.
If you have like a bunch of celebrities, it makes sense that you do it in this way, in this format, because they're advertising television. They're advertising TV, and TV has celebs on it, from what I understand, right? So that makes sense. I like it. Yeah, cute joke. Well played. I'm always so curious about the writing process for these. So like, who do you have? They have to hire a writer for their ad, or a room of writers. Where do those people come from? Do they start from a comedy background? Probably, right? Do you like, or is it corporate people? It's just the marketing team. And you don't get into marketing unless you have an eye for it. Well, sometimes you do. But most like, I guess like, yeah, it's not comedians, it's marketers. Comedians are making comedy. Marketers are making humorous advertisements. There's a different realm. You have to imagine that all the marketers in that room that are writing these and are like, they pitch an idea and then it gets shot down or chopped to pieces from the higher ups, and then they come back with like a second draft and then a third and then a 17th, and it gets whittled away into the most boring. Like it takes a lot for, I guess with the Super Bowl specifically, companies are willing to get a little weird and a little out there because they know weird is memorable. And marketers, like, I'm sure have had to, like, you have to provide data. You have to say, if you go weird, people remember it. Sales spike. Look. So I understand it's uncomfortable, but you got to do it. You got to, the Pringles man that Sabrina Carpenter eats and falls in love with or whatever, it's going to hit. You can't go boring and safe. You have to do the opposite. This is a different realm of marketing than online viral marketing, which is like, I always talk about Wendy's being the first to just like, to just become quote unquote unhinged online. And now every single one of them does that because they know it gets more clicks. And that's really, at the end of the day, all they're looking for. There is like, it exists. The idea that no marketing is bad marketing, or that like just being weird is enough, is incorrect. You need some structure, some like positive brand affirmation, but people are willing to get weird. Companies are willing to get a little odd with this stuff. What was the drink one where they had the robots drinking, the AI robots drinking the thing and it came out of their neck? I don't remember what the fuck that was. It's not on my list here. Or maybe it is. Yeah, so you can push it too far, but I don't know. I think that marketing's always been interesting to me, and that's definitely the thing that I would have gone into. It's what I've been the most interested in business-wise. I got a business degree in college, and I was always like, yeah, marketing is my thing. And then my dad was like, how about sales? You want to be on the side of the company that makes money and does not spend money. And if the marketing is the first thing that gets cut when a company is not doing as well as they hope to, and so their salespeople, their business development folk, they promote, and those people make a ton of money. Marketing, you will never be rich. But I hate sales. I'm much more interested in eyeballs and what people are watching. Slop, right?
It's your farm now.
The Lay's potato chip harvest advertisement is the other version of this. So you go for sap slop. You go for tears. There's no humor. There's an absolutely humorless ad. It's just about a good old boy who grew up on a thing and he makes bad potatoes, and there ain't nothing quite like family and potatoes and farming. This is the last bastion of boomer pandering that exists in the Super Bowl. This hits boomers like a fucking tank. Not a dry eye in the building. People love this shit. Or old people love this shit. And I'm sure it was successful. People love it, like, as much as the Pringles weird ad is clicky and funny and memorable, this makes you think like, oh man, they really do it right there at Lay's potato chip. Damn Lay's potato chips, man, they do right. Which is fine. It's also fine. It's not bad. It is boring, but it's not bad. We're not going to watch this whole 3-minute ad. Did they really pay for a 3-minute advertisement when every 30 seconds is 18 million or some shit? All right, dude. Okay, I'm curious about this one. Chris Hemsworth and a killer Alexa for Amazon.
Is the meeting set? I got you, Elsa. And your car will be here in 5.
Okay, let's actually just pause right here and say, I have an Echo Show, I have one in this room. It is so fucking annoying. They will force feed you advertisements on the device that you pay for. And like, I've turned off the home screen ads literally 4 times now. I've had the thing for like a year and a half. And what I want is I want a clock. That's all I want. I want a clock that will like controls the lights in my room. As a matter of fact, check this out. Alexa, turn the lights off. Alexa, turn the lights on. That's pretty much all I want it to do. That's pretty much all I want it to do. I'm not sure why I bought the show. Like the normal one that doesn't have a goddamn screen attached to it could do the same thing. But weather and clock is nice to have at a glance, so I bought it. But it keeps giving you fucking advertisements. And then I Google like how to turn it off, and I go into settings and I turn all the things off. And then it's fine for a few months, and then it just turns them back on. It just turns them back on. Or it creates a new setting where like the one that you turned off isn't good enough. And there's 3 more advertisement things that are now turned on with this new update. So I do turn those off. I swear to God, I've done it 4 times. And they're back right now. They're back. So fuck this product. And let's continue this ad.
Perfect.
Look at this little beauty I finally got.
Nice snake, Chris.
Hey, whoa, what is that?
Our new Alexa Plus.
That she's not living here. That is full-on AI. I'm gonna grow buddies, then the next minute she's gonna kill us.
Now, Chris, how exactly would I do that?
A million different ways. Maybe I'm taking out the trash.
The door's jammed. Take a closer look while I pull up a tutorial. A little to the left.
You're a winner.
Right.
Okay, what if I'm just chilling in the pool?
Looks like rain. I think I'll close the pool cover. Hold your breath, Chris.
No, that's creeping over.
Really, really bizarre. Very strange to... Okay, so you're like trying to get ahead of the criticism or trying to get ahead of the people who are like, yeah, I don't want a goddamn AI chatbot in my home because there's no limit to the things that it can do, and it's Skynet and it will kill me. You're like, ha ha ha, what if we just put that in our advertisement? What if we make it funny and we like address the people that think that? But aren't you just reinforcing that idea more so than you are counteracting it? You're just making people think of that. Now I'm just thinking of all the things like it could just kill me. Weird. Not a good ad, man. Strange. Yeah, the fact that this got greenlit. This one's fucking horrible. All right, the Jurassic Park one.
What did I touch? Didn't touch anything. We're stopped.
Fences are failing all over the park. John, I can't get Jurassic Park back online without...
Whoa, this place is awesome. By the way, you should have plugged this in. How did you do this? I'll show you.
All right, it's a decent ad, I guess. It's decent. I just hate the AI de-aging shit. I think it looks horrible. There's never been a version of it that I thought looked good. It's never once had... Well, no. The closest I've ever seen, I think it's an Endgame, when you get young Tony Stark talking to his father. That looked decent. It's still not quite there. It's never been fully there. So, I don't know, man. It's just fucking... It just rubs me the wrong way on a primal human meat sack level. I can't watch this shit without just feeling weird. The ad itself is pretty good. It's a cute idea. And, it's a good, it makes you, it's memorable. It's pretty funny. They incorporate all the lines from the movie. And it's like a positive thing about, it's a positive remembrance or positive connotation for the company itself. Yeah, had Jurassic Park, had Xfinity, none of this would have happened. It's pretty good. I just the AI de-aging thing. It's just the CGI or AI de-aging shit looks horrible, and I want to be rid of it. I want us to stop doing it. The absolute worst one ever is in The Mandalorian. It's also the moment that the Mandalorian jumped the shark when you have Luke Skywalker show up. That looked horrifically bad. Horrifically bad. It's also like fucking God, just the doom of that show. I think that was a season 2 finale. Yeah, fucking hell. All right, well, all right, decent enough ad, decent enough ad. Let's move on. Andy Cohen for nerds.
Two best buds. Taste buds. Whoa, you juicy and mega now? We gotta show the world the new you. Work it, gummy. Oh, crunchy couture. How delicious are we?
Taste buds.
New Nerds Juicy Gummy Clusters. Unleash your senses.
Boring, forgettable, does absolutely nothing for me. Why is Andy Cohen your spokesperson? Yeah, boring, forgettable, absolutely nothing. Literally 2 seconds after I watched this, I forgot it happened. Let's move on. Goodwill Duncan.
Will is happy when his friends are around.
Ew, alright, I don't want to, I just can't. The nostalgia bait with the CGI de-aging. It's all the sitcom people. It's all your sitcom people. Hey, where's Matthew Perry at? Why the fuck didn't Matthew Perry make an appearance in this Slop advertisement? Good Christ, this looks horrible. Do people really just not have a problem with the de-aging thing? People just don't care? People just think it looks good or normal or acceptable? I want to see the corpse of Matthew Perry in this advertisement. Strap him up to a Weekend at Bernie's situation. Use his. You can still de-age his face, but I need him. I need him in the ad. This is so his family can get royalties. Okay, this is a positive thing. But you cannot have the Friends cast without Chandler. Is it Chandler? Who's the dead one? This is very insensitive. Yeah, fuck this this whole trend. I can't stand. I really hate the de-aging thing. Fuck you. Moving right along. The Expert featuring Adrian Brody, TurboTax.
They say death and taxes are the only guarantees in life. At least death only happens to you once. Brace yourself. The pain's coming. I can taste it.
Cut! Why is there rain?
Dials it up, right?
No, Adrian, we need you to dial things down.
I'm just trying to tap into the pain of taxes.
You know, you're not some regular tax guy. You are a TurboTax expert, like Janet.
We take the pain out of taxes, remember?
Let's go again. Just smile, be happy.
I don't do happy.
If there's no drama, there's no Adrian Brody. I can pay for that.
I could deduct that.
To the Ray.
I hated that. Didn't care for that at all. Also, TurboTax is the worst company of all time. I used TurboTax to do my taxes for like 4 years in a row because they had a free option, and they just took it away like 2 years ago. And now I can't use it for free, and there are free options out there that you don't have to pay for, and TurboTax kind of wants you to think that you must pay for the thing. Gross. Also, Adrian Brody is a cringe lord. He's a great actor, but after that Oscar speech, man, I'll never look at him the same way. Fucking despicable Oscar speech. Holy shit. Yeah, and then you have the lady come in who's your TurboTax expert. Super boring. What are you trying to get at? What is your theme here? Adrian Brody is annoying. That's your theme. All right. Fucking hell. I would say this one's actually pretty successful. The keep your tight end thing.
Gronk, what'd I teach you?
Relax your tight end.
Relax your tight end, yeah.
Prostate cancer screening starts with a simple blood test.
Yeah, dude. Memorable, smart, funny. Tight ends. The old joke of it sounding like booty. Yeah, dude. For a good cause. Relaxisabloodtest.com. Great URL. Just a quality ad. Banger. I got no notes, man. Also, no CGI de-aging. Just normal football stars talking about prostate cancer. It's the finger-free test is hilarious. It does make sense that dudes are hesitant to get checked because they think they're going to get fingered. Relaxisabloodtest.com is very funny. Yeah, man. That's a good one. We're going to end on that, Slops. Sloppers, we are going to end on that one. Thank you guys for this episode. Thank you for listening, watching always. I appreciate it very much. Let me know your favorite Super Bowl ads. Did I miss any? Did I forget anything, Slops? Did I forget an ad that you loved? Tell me in the comments, please. And also leave a like. Comment and a like. If you don't want to leave a comment, just slap this fucker with a like because it helps. Helps small channels like this one get off the ground. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. I very much appreciate you. Is Sabrina Carpenter hot? See you guys in 7 days.